Okay, Arcade1up, what were you thinking?
It was at this moment.
So, as many of you know, Arcade1up recently released the Killer Instinct Pro Series. It's a premium experience that you're going to pay $1,000 for. Now, what are you getting for $1,000? You're getting a lit marquee printed on plexi, you're getting a 19-inch IPS monitor, and you're getting HAP joysticks and buttons. But there's something not quite right with the joysticks.
Okay, before we get into the joysticks and buttons, let me do my due diligence and just mention that they did include Yamaha speakers as advertised. However, they're not without problems. One of the key reasons why I would buy this product is because the software on it was engineered and perfected by Code Mystic, and it by far has the best online play experience of any Arcade1up cab, which we'll talk more about in a bit.
Now, while the switches they used weren't the best switches they could have possibly used, they're not the problem. The actuator in the joysticks is actually the problem. Well, and if you thought that was bad, there's more. The HDMI port, it doesn't support audio out. Well, apparently it's due to hardware limitations.
Say what?
And the marquee quality, well, the print quality is kind of doo-doo. Yeah, it looks like it was printed on a printer from 1998. Yeah, like one of those bundles that you would get at Best Buy that you probably overpaid for in maybe like the $2,200 range. And then, you know, you print things out in color and you're like, oh my God, I can print in color. Look at how cool this is. But you can see the print lines in it. Yeah, not a laser printer. Now here's another thing which I don't understand why they would do this, but the side art on both panels, not only is Spinal's arm cut off, but the quality of the print is the same that it always is. If you fart on it, it will scratch it. Same thing with the chrome. The chrome is super easily damaged. This is not good. What they should have done for that price point was gone with a vinyl print, but they didn't do that. Of course they didn't do that. They did include, however, screw hole caps. So aesthetically, there's definitely some issues. Now, lucky for them, Code Mystics was responsible for engineering the software on this one, so the game actually runs really well. The problem is you can't play it very well when you're playing on these Janko joysticks.
Here's some footage of me playing on my live stream right when I unboxed it and got it built. So every time you see me duck or jump, that's not supposed to happen. That's me trying to pull back or go forward on the joystick.
Oh my God, this joystick is literally pissing me off.
Yeah, they're janky. For some reason, the actuator mold is bad on these, and it seems to be a common problem. Not just on these ones, but on other ones as well. What it does is it kind of catches, or it's so fat that when you're pushing back, it'll also push down and cause you to duck, or push up and cause you to jump. It's very annoying. So the easiest fix for it is to go with an industrial Lorenzo, but that's gonna run you about 50 bucks with shipping. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's gonna make a huge difference. But still, for $1,000 out of the box, you should not have to do this. You should not have to replace the marquee. You should not have to replace the joysticks, which are supposed to be, you know, competition, ultimate joysticks. So, it's just been a really disappointing experience so far. The only thing that I've been really impressed with is the anti-fatigue mat.
Are you feeling tired, fatigued? You need to stop and get on my KI anti-fatigue mat.
But in all seriousness, I didn't put the stool together. I don't care. The whole point was for me to look at this thing and evaluate it. If anything, curiosity got to me more than anything else, and that was one of the reasons why I had to get my hands on one of these.
On a positive note, the overall build of this is better than anything else that Arcade1up has made for a fighting cab up to this point. And most importantly, the software is amazing. If you want a top-tier online play experience for this, which you're not really going to find anywhere else except for on Xbox, this is the way to go. Or the 3/4 scale, since they're both running the same software. The exclusive online spectate features make it even more fun. The one thing they were supposed to get right was the control panel and the joysticks, and that's the one thing they somehow managed to screw along up. With the premium speakers, which seem to have issues with the amplifier. Unfortunately, in this case, the only way to fix it is to do it yourself. So while it is fixable, coupled with a few other things, the price point just doesn't seem justifiable. To be honest, if they would have at least put good joysticks in this and calibrated the speakers better, it would have been a better experience out of the box. Seeing as how it was supposed to be a limited run of 500 units, there was really no opportunity to miss out on this, so if you didn't get one, you didn't get one. That's not to say that there won't be an opportunity, possibly, for another run, but who knows. But I think the importance behind it here is to show everybody what's going on with this one, what it looks like, what the build quality is like, and give you a good idea of what future pros may be if they continue to do them. Honestly, if they're going to go for this price point with these kind of quality issues, I don't think they should even bother making them.
All in all, I have to say, it's been a very disappointing experience for me. Now, with that in mind, it's totally my fault. I knew going into it that there was a chance that it was going to be screwed up, or at least something was going to be screwed up on it. I knew that. But that was part of the reason why I wanted to do it too. I wanted to be able to show you guys and to actually see what they were capable of with a high-end model. And I'm not impressed. Now, whether or not I end up returning this thing, I have no idea if I will or if I won't. But what I want to do is return it. At the same time, I wouldn't replace it with the smaller KI cab because I hated the way that thing looked. And I didn't like the control deck on it. It was right before they started going with the midway style. And that should have been one of the first ones that they went with the midway style with. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I didn't buy it with the idea that I would for sure keep it, and I still don't know. But I do feel like I got ripped off. I mean, especially when I have a good basis for comparison, and when I look at their 3/4 scale cabs, I just don't see how they can justify that price. I don't care about the fatigue mat, the stool, the poster. None of that stuff should be even factored into the price. You might as well say you're throwing it in for free. So at the end of the day, I think that this was a fail on Arcade1up's part. I think that there was a lot of things about it that could have been addressed in quality control that never got addressed. You only made 500 of these things. You only made 500. And what is everybody saying? The joysticks are garbage, the speakers pop, there's all kinds of other stupid little issues that the cabinet is having. The HDMI out doesn't have audio due to hardware limitations. What does that even mean? It's HDMI. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, I knew what I was getting into when I bought this, and it's 100% my fault. But I'm curious, I have an attachment to KI, and I wanted a better cabinet than the KI cabinet that they had previously released in the 3/4 scale size. So I just did it, and now I'm stuck with it. But I can tell you one thing, I will not be buying another arcade cabinet. Well, I will not be buying anything else from Arcade1up in the future. This is it. This is absolutely the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I am disappointed. I am disappointed. And I can't speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure there's other people out there too who are really disappointed. Until next time, I'll see you guys then.